Aloha, y'all. My name is Dr. Amanda Wilson, and I'm an orthodontist turned entrepreneur. My company is called Straightsmile Solutions, and we help general and pediatric dentists launch and scale orthodontics in their practice. Now, before I tell you a little bit more about how you can make easily 6 figures off orthodontics in just 6 months, let me take you back a little bit down history in memory lane so I can tell you how I got here today. Now, if you told me that in 2021 I'd be sitting here in Florida teaching general dentists how to do more ortho, I'd say you're nuts. I'd be in my practice. I'm going to be busy with my family. But sometimes life gives you a different path than you expect. But I am so excited to be here today to tell you more about it. I graduated from orthodontics residency in 2004, University of Connecticut, and from dental school in 2001 at UCSF in San Francisco. I even met my husband. He was my anatomy lab partner, and we make a great team. So along the way, let me tell you how orthodontics was back in 2004. So it was completely different. For those of you who are millennials or Gen Zers, you may think this is totally nuts. In 2004, when I graduated, orthodontics was the king of the dental specialties. We were gunners. In order to be able to make it to an orthodontic residency, you studied all the time. You had to have straight A's. And you can ask anyone from UCSF class of 2001, that was me. Everyone was out partying, and I had my face in a book all the time. But I made it. I got into an orthodontics residency. Why? Because it was the best specialty. Super fun, no blood, lots of happiness, lots of smiles. I was psyched to be going to University of Connecticut. And why not? You know how much money we made as orthodontists back then? It was such an easy profession. General dentists handed us patients like water on a silver tray. It was so easy. We didn't have to do any marketing because general dentists did not want to do orthodontics. It was hard. They had to learn how to bend wires, and they didn't learn it in school. So I was like, life is sweet. I'm going to go buy a nice car. Graduated, life was still good. 2004. I'm going to tell you how much I made in my first year because it's just going to blow your mind. Don't worry, everything that goes up must come down. So when I graduated in 2004, my very first associateship, which was about an hour outside of San Francisco, where I'm originally from, was $1,800 a day plus a signing bonus, plus $200 per start that I did. And then I did an average of 3 to 4 starts a day. So on average, I was taking home, pre-tax, $2,500 a day. I was working about 10 to 12 days a month. It was so fun. It was so sweet. I loved life. Now, I had 2 kids under the age of 2, really busy, We had 2 nannies, but we were busy. We were spending money, but we were making money, and it was fine. But again, like I told you, this story has a moral. It has an ending. Everything that goes up must come down. So that was back in the tech boom. Then in about 2008, 2009, you know what happened. There was a crash, a stock market crash, a real estate crash, and an orthodontics crash. Now remember, when I first started and applied to residency in 2000, there was really no Invisalign. It had kind of launched, but it was really not a thing. Invisalign was actually pretty junky. No offense if you're from Align technology, but back then you know it was. We couldn't finish any case with aligners. We had to put braces on, right? So there was no threat. I wasn't worried about general dentists doing it. I had plenty of cases. I was charging actually between $7,000 and $8,000 per case, right? And for braces, I was charging $5,000 a case. Still had plenty of cases, still didn't have to market. Patients coming in like water. Then in 2009, everything had changed, right? All of a sudden, Invisalign started marketing to general dentists. With ClearCorrect, we had fast braces, we had 6-month smiles. And later, of course, we had our direct-to-consumer aligner companies. So slowly my patients are going away. And all of a sudden I was like, oh no, I have to lower my prices. I have to start marketing. My net was going down, 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 but my overhead was going up, and I was stressed and I was miserable. Talk about work-life balance. What do I do now? This is not what I signed up for, I started thinking. I hit the floor. I crashed. Icing on the cake, there was a general dentist down the street that was originally a referring dentist to me. He put up a giant, massive billboard that said Invisalign $29.95. I was like, what? No one's gonna go to him. I'm not worried. I'm really good at what I do. They're gonna realize he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, guess what? They did go to him, a lot. So I picked my humility off the floor and my ego off the floor, and I went to go meet with that dentist. I said, what's going on here? You're killing me. And he said, look, doc, I'm super, super sorry. I don't mean take your patients. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the patients. I want to do implants. I want to do veneers. I want to do huge restorative cases. I don't want to do ortho, but I need to do ortho in order to do these things because y'all, I'm giving you these patients and you're telling everyone they need a 2-year treatment plan. They don't want to come to your office. They want convenience. They want night appointments. They want weekend appointments. And he said, sorry, you know? So I said, okay, I got to reinvent myself. I got to do something different. I took all the information, I marinated on it. I went home, I talked to my husband, who I mentioned was also a general dentist. And I said, what should I do? You know, we got to change. And he said, yeah, you're right. So he said, well, you're really good at explaining things. You're really good at teaching things. You know a lot about ortho. Why don't you, if you can't beat them, join them. Make lemonade out of lemons. Why don't you start teaching general dentists how to do ortho your way? I said, okay, can I start with you? So I started with my husband and then my husband's friends. And then I started small scale creating content. First it was blogs, because that's what we did in the early 2000s. Lots and lots of writing. But my blogs got the interest of a lot of people. And then from there, I turned into YouTube videos and Instagram. And now to date, I have, I would say, between 3,000 to 4,000 pieces of educational content that's totally free. It's being used by orthodontists, general dentists, pediatric dentists, and even consumers every day to educate themselves in an unbiased way about good quality orthodontics. And I'm not talking about just aligners, Invisalign, ClearCorrect. I'm talking about braces, straight wire, airway, myofunctional therapy, arch expansion, you name it. We have content about it and it's totally free. You're welcome to use it. It's accessible. You can access it at straightsmilesolutions.com or you can shoot me an email at info@straightsmilesolutions.com and I'll gladly put together a nice package for you of educational material and it's, again, totally free. In addition, if you just have questions, I want to be that orthodontist that you have in your back pocket for questions or concerns. And again, totally free. Reach out to me. At Straightsmile Solutions, you can schedule a complimentary session to talk about anything you want in the world of orthodontics, just for doctors and team members. And that's what I have to offer. In addition, we do help general and pediatric dentists one-on-one with their cases. If you want help one-on-one with any type of orthodontic case, some of our one-on-one clients have had zero experience in orthodontics and just need someone to hold their hand, and some have had 30 years of experience in orthodontics and perhaps just have an additional question or a crazy question with a case that they're stuck on. We're here for you. We're so excited to be that orthodontist who's in your back pocket. Reach out to us. Take care. Aloha.